After 99 years on the ocean floor, the Titanic is still the stuff of legend here on land.
Now, a survivor's archive of the tragedy, including never-before-seen photos, will be up for sale tomorrow, expected to draw a price of at least $50,000. CBS's Bigad Shaban has this story.
April 10th, 1912, the Titanic set sail for its first and last time. For John and Nell Snyder, it's how they spent their honeymoon, among more than 2,200 passengers, and eventually just over 700 survivors. Their photos of the rescue and their writings of how it all happened are now headed to the auction block. One of John's letters described the ship fading into history. He wrote, "When we had moved some distance away from the Titanic, we realized by looking at the bow, seeing the different rows of portholes getting less and less, that the finest boat in the world was doomed." Phil Weiss runs the New York auction house that's now selling the memorabilia.
You don't see these kind of things come to the market anymore. Most of this material has been located, found, and accounted for.
The items include a letter from John Snyder written on actual embossed stationery from the ship.
Titanic actual letter.
On board RMS Titanic.
And included, too, this photo, believed to show the newlyweds in the clothes they were wearing when rescued. In another letter to his father, John wrote that it was his wife, Nell, who saved their lives. "She is the one that urged me to get up when I wanted to go back to bed," he wrote. "We were almost the very first people placed in the lifeboat." During a 1980 interview, Nell, at the age of 91, recalled what happened when the ship hit an iceberg and the band kept playing.
It sounded so sad, and yet it sounded so good. Near my God to thee, we thought, well, this is the end of it now. And then all of a sudden it just went, it was gone.
Perhaps the Snyders' greatest treasure, these photos, showing lifeboats navigating the frigid Atlantic on their way to the rescue ship Carpathia. And most remarkable of all, what may be a rare image of the iceberg that took down the unsinkable Titanic. Bigad Shaban, CBS News, New York.
It's incredible.
You realize how difficult it's been for me to resist saying iceberg.
I know, it's one of your favorite things to say.
Right ahead.
It's you know, and we all talk about, there's that scene that everybody remembers, of course, from the movie Titanic, when they are playing and they tell them to keep playing.
Yeah.
But to hear her talk about that music, I mean, it's chilling, and listening, "Nearer my God to thee," and then down it went.
And we were just talking with Jack, it's like every time you hear about this, when it comes back into the news again, you just immediately perk up and listen because it's fascinating stuff.
Hard not to be drawn in.
100 years later.